So you're the giraffe man, are you?
Yes, I'm studying blood flow in vertical creatures. It has applications for astronauts. A giraffe's skin is wrapped so tightly it's basically a natural pressure suit.
I see. Are giraffes ferocious?
No, though they can kick out hard in any direction.
Meet the ship at port. Supervise the unloading.
Travel with the cargo. Yes, sir. I'd only ever worked with one giraffe. Old, hunched, tired. I'd seen nothing like this.
Cup your hands. Now try that one. They call her Snowstorm.
I can see why.
Tomorrow, each one goes onto a barge. You'll ride up the river with them.
Some panicked at the sensation of flying.
Let them walk on air.
They stared back out to sea, shimmering with fear.
Slower.
These weren't the vast woodlands giraffes dream of.
Just lost one on the voyage, did you?
I wasn't...
This epic migration!
Hi everyone, today I'm sharing how to approach the reading paper for your Cambridge First Language English exam. And specifically I'm focusing on question 3, that is extended writing question. So on my screen you can see this is paper 1, that is reading paper for 0500 syllabus, and I have chosen this variant 12 from February March 2026 exam series. You have exactly 2 hours for this entire paper, so let me tell you that time management is your best friend here. You need to pace yourself through the comprehension questions, so you have a solid block of time left for this question, right? So just look at the question here now. Now the first thing you have to do is to understand your persona, audience, and the text type that is given to you. For example, what is your persona here? Means what kind of character you are just playing here. You're Emil right now. You must write from his perspective now, adopting his voice and experiences. And who is your audience here? You're writing to an animal welfare charity. This means your tone needs to be formal, objective, and somewhat deeply concerned. And what is the text type here? They want a report from you. So you'll need clear headings, structured layout, and a professional kind of informative style. The prompt gives you your roadmap, means 3 bullet points, right? You must address every single one of these using the details from text C that is given to you. So what does bullet 1 say? Bullet 1 asks for 2 things: your involvement with the giraffes, and then the impressions, means your impressions of the people. Means when you interacted with them, how did you feel like? So you'll need to scan the text for Emil's specific interactions and his judgment of the characters he encountered. Now, what about bullet 2? Bullet 2 focuses on the journey. Notice it says different stages. So you can't just talk about the beginning. You need to track the giraffe's transport from start to finish and explain the Emil's specific worries at each point. What about bullet 3 now? Bullet 3 is your conclusion. Why is this specific zoo an unsuitable environment? So what do? It means you have to synthesize, or you have to combine everything, the negative details from the text, to make a strong case to the charity. Now one thing is very clear, you must base your report on text C, but you have to use your own words. Means do not lift the whole sentences and you elaborate those things. Means show the examiner you can synthesize the information, and keep an eye on the word count, means 250 to 350 words only. Keep it concise and packed with the textual detail, and stay perfectly in character as Emil, because that is the right persona for you here. So my suggestion is, before you write anything in exam, you first identify the text type or the format. Means this is a report, right, to a charity, not a letter. This is not an essay. And when you know what kind of text type given to you, that changes the whole story. Why? Because after knowing this text type, you know your tone, means what kind of tone you're using there. Here you're writing a report, so formal reports, you're using formal language there as well. And what about the structure? Structure here is clearly segmented, because you are writing about different stuff in your report writing. You are writing about different, you're having different sections there. So you are conveying information for some reason, for some purpose, right? So here, what is the purpose? To get them, means a charity, you get them to act, not just you are narrating a story. No, you're not narrating only. You're writing for a purpose. So then look at your 3 bullets like a checklist. They have given you something, and you're focusing only on these bullet points. Each one is basically a paragraph waiting to happen, right? Means you're writing single paragraph or on each bullet point. Now look at bullet 1, your involvement and impressions of the people. So I must say this is your context setting paragraph. Means who were you, what was your role, what did you make of the shipping director, the sailor, and the zoo manager. Just keep it brief, keep it short, right? Just write 1 or 2 lines per person. It's not a character study here. So look at bullet 2 now. What worried you at each stage? So this is your basically evidence paragraph. Think in order now, means think chronological order. Loading, then there is voyage, means keep that story in mind now. Unloading, then the road journey, arrival. So pick concrete worrying details here. Means the harnesses, the fear, the cramped roads. You can write anything from there. Don't just say I was worried. No, just show why were you worried. Now come to bullet 3 now. Why the zoo isn't suitable place, right? This is your argument paragraph here. You can write anything, means like climate mismatch there, or there is a lack of space you can feel, or the manager's attitude you didn't like. So build it, this all built towards a clear recommendation. Whatever text type given to you in the exams, you must know the writing conventions. For example, how it starts and how it ends. For example, here you have the report writing. So report, you can have a clear title there at the top. You can start like, means a title, right, a report on the welfare of the giraffes. And then you must have purpose driven headings for each paragraph. So even though you're Emil here and emotionally invested, a report is not a diary entry. Remember this thing. So cut the flowery language, keep it observational and measured. It should be objective, right? So then you have the concluding recommendation here, because report always ends with a suggestion or call to action here. So you can start your report like this. Report outlines my recent involvement in transporting a shipment of giraffes from a cargo ship to a zoo. Then you talk about your involvement, for example, as a science student, you can say researching blood flow in the giraffes. I was hired by the shipping company to supervise. And then you talk about, in the same paragraph, you talk about the attitudes of others. Means, for example, the shipping director who briefed me showed little real interest in animal welfare. Then you talk about the concerns during the journey. For example, several stages of the journey worried me, you can say. During unloading, the giraffes were hoisted by the harness onto the barges. Then you talk about the zoo being unsuitable. So you say, most importantly, the zoo's climate is entirely wrong for these animals. Then in the end, you just write the recommendations, like I would strongly urge the charity to investigate this zoo's facilities.